Guys, we got another review coming up your way. A lot of new cards, a lot of really good cards, and guess what? A new mech got announced. We gotta tell Mama Geekseh about that new mech card coming.
Hello.
Mom, a new mech card's coming to Hearthstone. How excited are you?
I don't trust mech. I got rid of my card because it was plotting to kill me.
Yeah, I know, Mom. You kept saying the headlights looked like the devil's eyes. Sorry. With a new expansion, every card kind of gets compared to other cards, especially in sets that already got rotated out. Maybe they were trying to learn from their mistakes and they wanted to change things. And this card kind of is that, guys. This card is called Wanted. It's a rogue epic. It's a 4-cost spell. It does 3 damage, and you also get a coin added to your hand. I see where they're going with this card. It's to help, you know, maybe tempo, but more of Miracle Rogue. I like it in the fact, like, it's at least you're doing damage. It's only to a minion, which really does suck. I wish it was to face. I think that would have made the card a little better, but it is only to minions. Sure, you can prep it out, but for 4 mana, 3 damage, it's just not that good. You're not going to use this. You know, I'd rather have probably counterfeit coin in my deck, so at least I can counterfeit coin Edwin on turn 1, right? You know, this does get compared to, say, Tomb Pillager, which was in another set, which was a 5/4 minion that gave you a coin, and at least that again had a sticky body, and I think that one was either 5 or 6. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it was only 1 or 2 mana more than this thing, and this thing only does 3 damage. So I don't think this is going to get played at all. I get where they're coming with this card. I get it. You want that coin for Miracle Rogue, but it's just not good enough to be in any Miracle Rogue deck. I think if this was 3, we'd have a different discussion. Then it can clear off their 3 cost minion at least. But on 4, it's just, you're losing tempo probably with this card. So that's not what you want with Miracle Rogue. Oh my god, guys, I was just reading this card and it's not even a guaranteed coin. You have to kill a minion to get the coin. Wow, is that bad? Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. 7 projects.
Guys, the next card is a card that will synergize if there is still a dragon deck in the next meta, and spoiler alert, there usually always is. It's called Scaleworm. It's a 4 mana neutral card. It's 4/4. Its battle cry is, if you're holding a dragon, give this +1 attack and rush. Something right away to notice is that it doesn't have rush unless you're holding a dragon, and also Draconoid Operative and Netherspite Historian is leaving. So those are 2 huge cards that are leaving Dragon Priest right now that make people think there won't be, but there is still Dustbreaker, which is one of the best synergized cards in Hearthstone. Same thing with Twilight Acolyte. That's a great card that definitely needs a dragon to activate also. So I think there is going to be something in this post next meta that's going to be a dragon deck, whether it be with Primordial Drakes, whether it be with Twilight Drakes. I think there's going to be a lot of dragons able to synergize enough to build yourself a deck, especially with Priest. Now, this card is very good for a reason, that it is kind of like a 4 mana removal. If you think of it like that, it's pretty good, right? So if you need something to remove something on board on turn 4, and you know, priests don't really have spells for that unless it's, say, you know, your horrors or your pains, and guess what? Those don't deal with 4 attack minions. So generally 4 attack minions usually have 4 or 5 health, so this will be able to get rid of those pesky 4 attack minions for priest. I think this is a good card. I do think it's going to see play in dragon deck, and I do think there's going to be a dragon deck in this meta. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a top tier, but I think there definitely will be one. With Twilight Acolyte and Dustbreaker, guys, those two cards alone are just too powerful for them not to be in this meta. So Spiteful Summoner, say, but half Dragon, half Spiteful Summoner like it is now. They are losing some key cards, but I think they're going to make it work. And I really do think people are going to be jamming this card into the deck. Plus, it kind of looks like that character from Labyrinth. Remember that? Hello.
Did you say hello?
No, I said hello, but that's close enough.
Cute little guy. Let me roll up those sleeves, boys and girls. We're going to be looking at a mage card now. Its name is Vexcrow. It's a 4-mana 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random 2-cost minion. Okay, let's take a look at this card. Let's examine it. Let's really go in depth. And by that, I mean kind of in depth. Meh. So Vexcrow is a great card. It is a good card. It is a little high because you probably have to combo this. So say you do have coin, it's great. You know, this on 4, coin, say mirror image, and that's probably the best card you want for this to combo with on a turn 5 play, because then you have taunts in the way of dealing with this the next turn so that you can keep rolling out a couple other maybe spells to get some more 2-cost minions. A lot of people are yelling that Doomsayer is going to come like 50% of the time. It's not. I think they said it's something like 2% chance to get a Doomsayer, but you can also get stuff like Sorcerer's Apprentice, stuff like that. It's fine. I think this card will be good. I would have liked to see this maybe 3 cost. I think 4 for it to combo on turn 5 is okay, I guess. But again, you're going to need to combo this with something because it is going to be a very heavily targeted minion once you play it. And with only 3 health, it's kind of crappy. It's going to be easy for the other person on turn, say 5 or their turn 4 to get rid of a 3 health minion. But if it does stick, guys, it's going to be a very good card, and it's going to be very devastating if you get the ball rolling with this card. I'm trying to think of where I would place this card, you know, turn 5 like we said with the combo, but I think also late game it's actually really good, because say you have a tempo mage, because tempo mage are the one we know that's a secret one right now, that one is leaving the meta. There's a lot of cards leaving rotation, so it is going to have some holes in it, but playing a Lunth on 6 and then filling out your hand and then having a bunch of little spells with this to kind of push that final board and lethal town, I think that's the play I'm looking at right here. Is maybe more of a late game rather than a turn 5 or 4 play. We've got a cute little pixie coming up. Next card is a 3-cost 3/4. It's named Blackwood Pixie. It's a neutral card, and it reads Battlecry, refresh your hero power. I'm sorry, Blackwald Pixie. Blackwald, sorry. Obviously, this is probably something you want to play on turn 7, so you can get 2 hero powers out of it. And 3/4 stats are very good on turn 3. Say you are playing an aggro deck and you just need to get it out there. It is good for stats wise if you're playing aggro and you need to get board control also. This card's actually okay if you think about it with DKs. If you get it with Deathstalker Rexar, you can get 2 zombies in 1 turn. That's a big amount of tempo. The problem with Deathstalker right now is that the mana pool for them is so huge. You generally make a 5 or a 6 cost beast most of the time, but with all these new beasts coming out, they're looking a lot smaller, and they've already said to us that they're going to be updating the Rexar pool. So you might be able to get some smaller minions, so on your next turn you either get some echo beasts, or you're getting 2 smaller beasts that have, say, poisonous on them, or taunt, and this can do some work. Now again, this is going to be a late game card, but for on turn 3 also, you can jam this out if you need to start gaining some board control too, if you're against an aggro deck. This is kind of cool with the Baku, you know, with that hero power. Again, we're not sure what other cards are going to be coming out with this, but I think this does have a place. I think it's going to be neat in a Deathstalker Rexar kind of, you know, deck, but yeah, other than that, you know, even dealing 6 damage with the Hunter power when it's 3, that would be super rad too, right? Because only odd only odd mana cards, and this is an odd mana card, so this will work really good with Baku. I have no problem doing 2-3 damage, then busting this out at 3, and then paying another 2 mana for another 3 damage, so you know you potentially have 9 damage to them. It's worth it. It's a good card. I'm not sure if we're gonna see it right away, but I think someone's gonna fiddle with this, and it might actually be pretty game breaking with DK. We never even brought up Quest Warrior. Holy crap, this in Quest Warrior? Wow, that's crazy. The next card does very much combo with the last card, and it's also good in Quest Warrior 2. It's named Clockwork Automaton. It's a 5-cost neutral card, 4/4 stats, and you get to double the damage or the healing of your hero power. There's a lot of ways you guys can go with this card. It's very, very versatile. It fits in a lot of decks because a lot of hero powers can use it. You know, DK Jaina. So instead of killing something for 1, you can kill something now that has 2. Say you want to use it with, like I said, Quest Warrior, you can deal a random 16 damage instead of a random 8. But the big one I want to talk to you guys about is Blood Reaver Gul'dan. With this, you deal 6 damage, but you heal for what you would think is 6 damage or 6 health, but it's 12 health. Because you're dealing 6 damage and you would heal for 6, it also doubles that. So Control Warrior is 100% going to be running these, because if you're behind a bit, your health is a little low, you play this on turn 11, it's crazy. Yeah, by the time you get Blood Reaver out, it's pretty much decided, I guess, but in the mirror match, it's going to be very important to have this down first, because dealing 6 and then healing 12 is unbelievably crazy. So there's going to be a lot of shenanigans with this card, especially with, say, Baku Hunter. Instead of dealing only 3 damage with your hero power, now you deal 6. I'm not sure the full potential of this card, but it's going to be found out, I think, very quickly, and it's going to be found out very, very angrily by everyone, because we're going to feel the wrath of this card very fast, I think. Thinking about it kind of scares me, you guys. I don't want this to turn into a hero power race for death. Like, that doesn't seem fun. Hero powering to win the game isn't the most fun. And if that's what this game turns into, that's going to be very scary for everyone. The last card, guys, is one that is getting a little bit more publicity right now today. Everyone's kind of saying it's a little OP. It reminds them of Possessed Lackey. But guys, it's not quite the same, and I'll explain why. The card's called Coffin Crasher. It's a priest card. It's 6/6/5. Death Rattle. Summon a Death Rattle minion from your hand. A lot of people are getting the Possessed Lackey idea from this card. They're already getting nightmares about this, but do not freak out, you guys. There's a big difference between this and Possessed Lackey. Possessed Lackey, it's only a 2/2, so it's easy to get off the board. Second, it has Dark Pact. You can Dark Pact it. This is a bigger body minion. And to be honest, there's not many bigger Death Rattle minions you'd want. Yeah, the go-to is Obsidian Statue. But other than that, it's like Carrion Bloodhoof, maybe, you know, that's a really good one too. But like, I don't think it's crazy OP. Apple Bomb is another one I'm thinking of. Maybe another one of these. You know, if you have another one of these in the hand, it would be good if you combo this with the other new priest card. That's the 3 mana spell where you summon another cost with only 1 health left. I'm just gonna jump in. It's called Vivid Nightmare, you guys. Vivid Nightmare for 100, Alex. There's a lot of things we can combo this with, but there's not a lot of great Death Rattle minions. But that's not yet. We still have some more cards to see, guys. Actually, we've got a lot more cards to see, and I'm sure there's gonna be a couple more that we're gonna be like, oh shit, there it is. That's the Coffin one we want. But I like this. I think it's way more balanced because also it's from your hand. It's not from your deck. Okay, that's the big difference here, you guys. It doesn't just cheat it out from your deck. It has to be also in your hand. So there has to be a lot of pieces that have to come together for this card. I think this is way more fair than Possessed Lackey, and this is how Possessed Lackey should have been done for sure. You know, through your hand, not through your deck. Some really good, interesting, fun cards today, actually. I really like this Coffin Crasher card. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be too OP like, Possessed Lackey, but it could be. That's a problem, right? I see where it can be OP. But all the cards have been really fun. I think they're really interesting. I'm really looking forward to this set. There's nothing that really gets me super stressed out. Maybe the Automaton, that's kind of stressing me out, but I think if it gets out of hand, they're going to have to fix it, and that's understandable. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. You guys know 5 days a week I stream on Twitch TV. I would love it if you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you like these, because we've got a bunch more to do, and we have a bunch more that we already did. And if you want to watch some of the ones we already did, they're all right here. So thank you guys so much, and smile up a storm.